Aloha, my name is Millicent Cummings. I'm with Lindafaye Kroll, and we are going to be speaking about what is happening at Pohakuloa on the big island of Hawai'i, Moku o Keawe, and why people are organizing to protect Pohakuloa. So can you just tell us first what is going on?
Well, since World War II, the military buildup in the Hawaiian Islands has increased exponentially. And what I've found in the last 13 years of my research is that there really has not been any comprehensive testing done. In 2005, through a Freedom of Information Act, we forced the military to admit that they had contaminated us with depleted uranium oxides. And there are citizen monitoring groups going up to the Saddle Road and in front of the gate and around that area, taking Geiger counter readings. And every time we've gone up there, we find readings that are 3 to 5 times greater than background radiation. So that tells us that we are indeed contaminated with radioactive munitions. And over the last 13 years, we've been stonewalled by the State of Hawaii Public Health Department, the military, and now the NRC in totally ignoring our concerns that these depleted uranium oxides get in the air. Depleted uranium oxides, if inhaled, is the deadliest form of radiation, according to Dr. Peng. Now, many of us, there are many groups working on this, and there's a big movement of coming together with all these groups. Last August, during the RIMPAC war games, where 27 countries came here to play war games on Hawaii, there was a huge gathering. Now, from that, being so upset about this ignoring issue, what can I do? I'm just one woman. So.
And what are you doing?
What I am doing is I make very loud signs, and I post them on the side of the road once a week. That's my commitment to keeping this issue in the general public's eye. We're not going to go away. I know that Jim Albertini in the Hilo side he has done a once a week vigil on Friday in front of the downtown post office, and that was since the beginning of Gulf War II. So he has been at it for many, many years, keeping it in people's eyes. I've found things on Facebook where people are putting up signs on the side of the road just for a few hours to keep this in people's attention. There is a movement to come together to protect. It's just not okay that they expose us to these toxic pollutions and are not accountable or transparent with anything having to do there. So there is another part of the movement, other than keeping this in the public eye, is to work on strategies on how to fund our own independent scientific testings around these live fire training ranges, so that we can get the evidence that the powers that be, and illegal as they are, because Hawaii is an occupied nation, of stonewalling our request to protect public health.
Yes, and in the meantime, how can people get involved? I know that there's, even myself, like yourself, there comes a time when it's just like you got to do something. So I'm organizing these Sunday gatherings from 2 to 4 every Sunday, the month of April, while they're doing these live ammunitions testing, while they're kicking all this DU oxide into the air. And I know that, Jim Albertini at maluaina.org, you can, I would think, find some ways to be of service through that media. And you are getting information out every Wednesday. At where exactly?
Well, I set up every Wednesday when it's not pouring down rain by Walgreens on Highway 11.
Okay.
And I usually set up from 10 until 2. I don't have anybody else I have one girlfriend with me. I don't have a lot of people out there sign waving. That's not my intention. My intention is to just, they can't ignore my signs.
Right.
They're very big and bold.
Right. And will you be at the Merrie Monarch?
I'm going to be at the Merrie Monarch. My intention is we're working out the details on that, to set up my educational tent the whole week,
Right.
24/7. So, and we're going to be interviewing Hala members and getting their feedback on what they think about this. We'll be handing out information, of course.
Okay.
There are so many groups out there, I don't know one exact one that I can direct you to. Like I've had followers on Facebook, but I don't have...
Is there a Save Pohakuloa on Facebook or
There's Protect Pohakuloa.
Protect
I don't.
Pohakuloa.
I'm just learning to do the social media and to interact with these people online so that we can take this story global. And there is a lot of support out there. Aloha Aina is a big name. When you put your little hashtags and hooking up with the same people, the people that are talking about this,
Right.
And
then get involved every Wednesday from 10 to 2 at your information
well, I don't
booth.
really.
Or
No, I'm going to have to back up on that. I don't need you to come down and help me sign wave. The message is going to be out there. Where I set up, 12,000 cars pass in 2.5 hours. So
Right.
I'm getting the message out that
Right,
way.
right.
I would, there are other groups. Maluaina would be a really great one.
Maluaina is probably the number one, and then
In Hilo side.
And then, of course, the every Sunday this month is going to be from 2 to 4, sign waving right at the main gate at Pohakuloa on Saddle Road.
Yes, and
Sorry.
do come in, if you can make it to those rallies. We need people with their little smartphones and take little videos and take pictures, and then let's blast them on Facebook and Twitter. And Auntie doesn't know all that social media stuff, but we're learning. I'm learning because I want to take it over the illegal occupiers' head and take this global, because I know there are millions and millions of people that love Hawaii and what they're doing here in these islands with this live fire training, with no monitoring, no cleanup, no testing.
No accountability.
And no accountability. It's just no transparency. It's
Okay.
not okay. So we're going over their heads and taking the story global.
Well, I just want to personally thank you for your work. It's admirable and inspiring, and for those of you out there that are so moved, let's all get organized together, because we're all interested in protecting Pohakuloa and protecting the watershed below for the children and the children's children, and we should not have to have our children clean up the military's mess for them. They should be accountable at this time.
And it's already been generations.
Right.
From World War II, that's 75 years.
Right. 75
And
years is long enough.
That's right. It's
Your
time.
final word.
Get involved. Get involved. That's all. Just
Okay.
do what you can do.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
I've done what I can do. Do what you can do to get involved with this. It's going to take all the people to Malama the Aina.
Thank you for what you do. Aloha and Eo.